Hello there, world of takers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Adronals Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the Tier 8 Chinese Premium Tank Destroyer, the WZ-121 GFT. This vehicle, when it was first released, was considered pretty dang overpowered, and I definitely agree with that. This tank had mobility, it had armor, and a crazy good gun. It still features all of these aspects, but the major thing that definitely hurt this vehicle was Wargaming buffing the heavy tank hit point pools. When this tank was first out, the average heavy tank had about 1450 to 1500 hit points. And then Wargaming said, you know what, nah, let's make all the heavy tanks have 1900 hit points. You can imagine now adding an additional 400 average HP to every heavy tank just in Tier 8. In Tier 9 as well, they went up a massive chunk of HP. You can imagine how doing that made a tank destroyer that only has 1100 health quite hard to whittle down those opponents, because now a heavy tank has 2 additional shots worth of health before you even get the same HP that you're sitting on. So let's say you shoot at an IS-5, which has like 1900. It's going to take you 2 shells on that IS-5 just to make it be the same health that your 1100 currently sits at. And then you have to continue shooting it to bring it down even more. That means the IS-5 has to bounce you at least 2 times, and even then, you still will probably lose that fight. It's a great example of where this tank definitely has its downside. It's just the fact that it doesn't have a lot of HP, but it features everything else. It's got mobility, it's got armor, it's got a fantastic gun, great penetration, great DPM, and the tank looks freaking amazing. I think this is one of the best camos Wargaming has made in the game. I think it looks amazing. So, yeah, I think this tank is fantastic, and hopefully we're going to be able to show that in this battle. We're going to start off by playing quite aggressive on the heavy side over here. This is a fairly decent spot just to get some early game shots off. For example, enemy IS-8 shows me his lower plate, so we're able to take advantage of that and get quite an easy pen right into his vehicle. Alright, you can see just how fast this thing reloads as well. We already have another shell ready. Now, I'm not sure if somebody's at this position here, but we can see a bit of the fences broken, which means it's very possible that there is a tank at that spot. We have the ST-1 detected, but it doesn't look like he's going to poke. Ooh, maybe? No. I thought for a second he might go for it, but no, looks like the ST-1 is not going to end up poking that. Alright, well for now, we're just going to chill here. There's not much else really to do, but that's fine as long as we can hold off this flank, especially because, as you'll notice, I'm really one of the only people here. I guess it is a little important for me to do this, so there's the ST-1, there's the IS-8. Nobody's really doing anything, though, if you'll notice, which is a bit weird. I'm going to push up somewhat aggressive here and maybe get a shell. I'm kind of hoping into the side of the IS-8. We can also see the Foshes in the back who... Ooh, there you go. Nice 380 slap into that enemy Foch. Not too bad at all. I can't tell if that ST-1's AFK or he's just sitting there. I really can't. It's kind of hard. But we're just going to chill here again. Maybe this IS-8 will poke us. Come on. You know you want to. Oh, yeah. There you go. Easy tap into that IS-8. You can see where that crazy good reverse speed comes into play as well. We were easily able to back on the cover before, and also you may have noticed that tree fell down. That would imply the ST-1 has decided to maybe move. But you can see that crazy mobility allowed me to easily back up before that IS-8 had the opportunity to shoot me. The ST-1 is not AFK, although his brain seems to have left the battlefield. We're going to get an easy shell right into his tank, and then we do get pens back, but obviously we're going to out DPM this guy. So at this point we can just push him here, and he's getting rolled anyway, so we're just going to get another pen into his tank, and I'm going to ignore him and start heading for the enemy Foch. This battle, we've dealt pretty good damage overall. Unfortunately, my teammate kind of blocked me there, but we're fine. We still got a pretty decent chunk out. We're up to 2,600. And if this M103 does end up bouncing this Foch, I doubt he will, but, oh, well, again, the Skoda wanted to block me for some reason, but we still did pretty good. We did 2,600 damage there, came out with a victory, and helped out our team quite a bit. You can see just where even frontlining the WZ-120 does a very solid job. Now, obviously, the opponents we were up against didn't really know what they were doing. In fact, we didn't even get hit once that battle. But still, pretty good result. I will take 2,600 any day of the week for Tier 8 vehicle. So let's do one more battle here and see if the WZ can do just as well. I can tell you the major downside of this tank is when your team's losing. It's Tank Destroyer after all. And that is a lot of the downsides of all the TDs in this game is that when your team falls apart as a Tank Destroyer, you may only have been shot once, but at 800 health, you don't really make that much of an impact in the battle. And that is a massive truth for a vehicle like this WZ. You're not going to make that big of an impact when you only have 1100 health. So we'll see what we can do here. I'm going to... I think I might go towards medium side. I'm not really sure. The nice thing about this tank is that you can do a pseudo job of medium side and heavy. You have the mobility and armor to fight mediums just as well as you can fight heavies. In fact, probably better. This is kind of like... I don't know, it's just an aggressive tank. That's really the best way to describe it. Against tier 8 and tier 7 mediums, this thing can be super duper aggro, especially because their standard pen will not cut through your upper plate. So we got the enemy WZ over there. Look at that, easy shell right into his tank already. Just like that, 374 hit points have been slapped off of his vehicle. Now we do have the Annihilator and T-28 Defender off to my side, but it looks like they're just nuking my M6 Experimental, who is... basically oblivious to everything in front of him. Now, it looks like we may have been spotted. I'm not really sure. Ooh, let's aim it on the Chiri. Oh, yeah, look at that. Nice slap right into that Chiri. We also got a nice bounce there. But at this point, I am going to play a bit more passive. I am noticing that... Well, actually, I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do here. Our team is falling apart very, very quickly. Because you can see nobody on our team went heavy side. And that's a serious problem because I can't hold everything you can imagine. So I'm kind of hoping that we can get a shell into this WZ. There you go. Nice slap for 440 into his tank. Hope we're not detected, which we are not. So maybe we can get a shell out. 3, 2, 1, and bonk. There you go. Not sure why that guy thought he could sit there, but he did. And with that, we were able to clear his tank. That's actually pretty massive for our team because that means now I can push up here without having to worry about being detected. Now I can also kind of back up here and maybe get a shell into this Keeler. He fired, which means I'm going to go right over here, aiming, and a bonk. There you go. Nice tap into that enemy Keeler. And let's reload again. Alright, well, I'm just going to angle the tank. There you go. Nice bounce. We did get shot by that Barask, but that's fine. We still get another slap into that enemy Keeler. And with that, we're up to 2,150 damage. Not too bad at all. Alright, well, at this point, not really enjoying what I'm seeing here, but we shouldn't be detected by this Barask anymore, which means I can push up this way and hopefully not be spotted. The problem is our team is, they're not doing great is the best way to word it. Oh, wow, that Chiri absolutely nuked me, and not much I can really do about that. Yeah, this is just not going well in any way. I can't really blame my team for this. It's just... No, I can... Actually, I misworded. I definitely can blame my team for this. What I meant to say is that I can't really blame the tank for this. Unfortunately, nobody on our team wanted to push medium side. And as a tank destroyer, I, A, don't have to because it's not my job, and B, I shouldn't have to. So it's just a little unfortunate in this battle. I mean, why was our Semovente not pushing aggressive? Why was the majority of our team not playing aggressive when they all lemming trained? But to me, it just looks like our EXP, Annihilator, and SU-130 just sat in our spawn and died. So, oh well. This is what happens sometimes when you try to make smart plays. We still did fine. I think we probably did at least 2,500 this game. We're going to find out in just a moment here. We can see the base cap is up to 1,000. Don't worry, though. Our team got 190. I think you start off with 300 base cap on both sides. That means our team managed to actually lose quite a substantial amount this game. So let's see. We did, yeah, 2,600 again. Not bad at all. We blocked 960. And it's a pretty good example of this tank being fantastic. I mean, our team did nothing, but I can't complain. It's a great tank, and yeah, I think the WZ-120 is a fantastic vehicle. I would still suggest if this tank comes out for a fairly moderate price, like maybe $20, it's not a bad deal at all, especially because it is an incredibly fun vehicle. It's basically a medium tank turned into a tank destroyer. Where can it go wrong? Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.